Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. It's, let's see, October 12th, 2015. Today is Columbus Day, so banks are closed and many state offices and federal facilities are closed. And, I really didn't know till fairly recently how Columbus and those that came with him really committed genocide, a Holocaust. I knew, of course, 1400s or whatever the date was, in the church and converting people and things were so much, but I didn't realize, I don't think until fairly recently, just how terrible it was. Columbus and his people were responsible for wiping out on the island that they landed on, or whatever. I think the entire Indian population. I think about 1 million people. There are none of those people left. No survivors. It was just so. A lot of cities and I think some states are making Columbus Day for the, renaming it or making it for the original inhabitants of this area, the Indians, Native Americans, whatever they're. I'm not sure. Is it politically incorrect to call them Indians now? I don't know. But really, we need to get around to doing away with Columbus Day. Like a whole bunch of Italians are going, what? Might put a contract out on me. Not that Italians are involved in the mafia, of course. And of course, I'm sure maybe a lot of Catholics or Catholic organizations might, object, but they need to do away with Columbus Day. Too, the stuff that they did, they didn't really see it as wrong because they documented it. They wrote it in their diaries what they did. Times have changed a little bit, except I think if you're in some of these Muslim countries where they have right-wing fundamentalists, they're still living in that era. Are they still, 14th century or whatever? I do reviews for products for Amazon, or I guess I'm not doing it maybe for Amazon so much. I'm doing it for the little guy who's trying to make a buck selling something on Amazon. A lot of them are in China. And some of the items I really enjoy reviewing, and of course I get to, to keep them. But I've fallen behind, and I've been trying to catch up because there's some items I don't. Selfie sticks. I don't want to review selfie sticks, Maybe the first one I did, but I don't review, even though there's some differences between them, I just don't want to do selfie sticks. So, of course, I'm turning them down now. What else? Selfie stick. Oh, Bluetooth headsets. I mean, that's something, I've got about 6 of them that I need to review, and I'm not into using Bluetooth headsets. I'm not into talking on the telephone or listening to, or the cell phone, or listening to music or anything like that. So I don't really want to do it. So when I'm finished with those, no more of that. I like doing solar lights. And of course I like doing USB hubs and USB charging ports. And this is an interesting item I got. It'll come in helpful. It's Bluetooth. I'm not crazy about Bluetooth, but Bluetooth remote control for a camera or for a cell phone. For a camera. I don't know. I have to check. I think both. It does iPhones. Okay, I guess it's for the does iPhones and Galaxies and HTCs, which I have. I'm not sure if I have but so This comes in handy if you're trying to do telephoto shots, or if you're trying to these remote controls. It doesn't have to be a Bluetooth one. It could be some other one, you know. But these are helpful, so I'll enjoy doing it. But okay. Long story short, yesterday I did 2 reviews. Actually, I did these 2 items. I reviewed them. I thought I did a pretty good job of reviewing them. Hello.
Hi, what are you doing?
Doing a review right now on Amazon. Did you want to talk?
Oh, well, no, that's okay. Go ahead and do your review. I just wanted to see if you fixed your phone.
It looks like it works because you called me. I'll call you back when I get done.
Oh, okay.
Bye-bye. That was my ex-wife. Lives next door. God help me. Where was I? Oh, anyway, I did these 2 reviews yesterday, and I uploaded them, and then a little bit later, the messages come back rejected by, oh, okay, well, here it is. Rejected by Amazon, both of them. And I only had one item rejected before, and I've done, I don't know, 60, I forget how many. I've done a whole bunch of reviews. I had one rejected. I kind of thought it might get rejected. It was for the sheets on there, and I put in the review that I did that they were so sensuous and smooth that it was almost felt sinful to sleep on those sheets. And I thought they probably would, and they did. But other than that, I've never had anything rejected. Well, both of these were rejected yesterday. And of course, they send a link, you know, that you can click on. But the link is just going to say no. They're not going to tell me anything. I don't know why they were rejected. So the 2 were rejected yesterday. And okay, that was good enough excuse for me. No more. I can take a break. No more reviews. And instead of catching up. So I thought the problem must be at their end. And so I redid the reviews, and they both were rejected today. I just don't see how they can be rejected. This item that I was sent yesterday, or I was sent the other day, actually the site that it says that it's 32 LEDs. Well, this is a new improved version and 48 LEDs. The site doesn't reflect that. And I thought, well, maybe I put in the review that okay, this is a new and that I would check with the people and update my review with which one they're getting when they order. So I thought, well, maybe that's the reason that they. So I don't. Now, the only thing I'm thinking, and I hate this, why can't they just, if it's rejected, why can't they just tell you? I mean, of course, if they send you a link and you go look at the link, and if you put nudity in there or cuss words or something, then I can see where you'd see right away, okay, well, they don't allow. They should know anyway, you know. But I don't know what the reason is. So I may not be doing reviews very much longer. I'm looking at both of these reviews. I think I might have taken it out of this one, but I see it here on this one that I have. Check out my review here. Check out my video review. All of these I do a video review, and I have a little bit of text material, and then I say see the video for more details. I'm thinking that maybe their scanning software, whatever, thinks that because they don't want you to, refer them to your YouTube page or to your blog or any place else. So I'm thinking maybe their scanning software now sees that and thinks that, but they encourage you to include photos or videos in, so I have no idea. Same with Facebook, or was it Google? sometimes you got rejected. Something gets rejected by them, and you have no idea. I can't remember now which it was or both, but you get something rejected. You have no idea, and you can't contact anybody. I think it was YouTube. So anyway, while I have you here, this is Howard's Notebook, my blog that's been going since 1982. It uses, I'm paying an internet hosting company to host it, and I'm using WordPress. Now you can actually you don't have to have a hosting company. You can use WordPress, and but I've always, so this is it. Now here is millions of sites, I think, including like CNN, and just about everybody uses WordPress. But now some of those companies, of course, or a lot of those companies, have programmers that take the software and do stuff with it and add, external. So this is WordPress. And over the years, I've paid for a lot of themes that make the thing look different in ways that you can, and have different features and stuff. And I'm always looking for the holy grail or something. I've spent a lot of money, and I'm on a very limited income doing that. And but here is the control area of. Tempted to make my picture smaller, but okay, I won't. So this is the control panel, and here is, like, under appearance you have themes. Now this is the theme that I'm using, and it is a WordPress one. I was using, and I may, before the day is over, I like messing with the look. I may switch back. This is in the way. Jim Howard, you are in the way. That is a WordPress, and they're doing a lot of, they're brand new, and I'm not even sure, this is, the one they're working on right now. It's available, but you've probably seen this, and this is what it would look like if I picked that theme. And when I do, I sometimes change the theme 2 or 3 times a day. I just like messing, sort of like a hobby. I paid for this one. I sort of like it. I like this one. The problem is, both of these were, when the one guy did, well, he did 3 of them. Actually, I also like this one. And what happens is, somebody will do a theme, put a lot of work, make it great, and then they sell it to sites, companies that sell these themes to people like myself. And what happens is, when they sell to these, when the guy makes a fantastic thing, but things need to be updated because things change. When they sell, the companies just have them available for download if you pay $50 or take out a membership and for so much a month or however it is. And they don't get updated, they don't get changed. So the person will create this beautiful program, and then he gets paid for it, and that's it, he's gone. Sort of like the old bulletin board system days. Actually, there was kids, 16, probably younger than 15 or younger than 16. They didn't have a car yet, and they would. I think Quick BBS was one, and I'm not sure if I purchased a lot of bulletin board software. I remember Quick BBS was one that was a great program, BBS program, but it was done by a kid that I think was like 15 years old or 14 years old, and then he was 15 years old, and then he was 16 years old, and he got a car, and he got interested in girls, and that was that. End of that. So this theme here I paid quite a bit of money for, but man, it had great promise, but it takes a lot of work. You have to. I like the themes that to make changes and do things, you have to go in there, and it's complicated. And if I remember correctly, it didn't used to be. They had the theme that was easy to work with and nice, and then they said, okay, a revolutionary new thing. This is gonna be fantastic, and that's with a lot of these software that is written. They keep improving the software, and then they get where it doesn't work, or whether it's so complicated that you don't, And I've seen that with a lot of things. What else might you be interested? So you can make posts. You have media where you put images, videos, and what have you. Okay, here's the, if you wonder about the design of some of these places you go to, there's, with this software the theme I'm currently using, which I don't usually use things that have left-hand sidebars. I usually go always with the text and a right hand, but, so this is the left-hand sidebar, and this is the right-hand sidebar. Let me show you so here's the left hand, and here is the right hand. So you can rearrange these. You can put these over here. You can move them. You can sort them. You can do all types of, let's look at, recent comments. So I can decide how many comments to show. I can decide what it's called. Or I can also, with visibility, I can decide, do I want this to show on a certain page or for certain categories, and it's a lot of stuff to play with, and I enjoy playing with that kind of stuff. I'm not sure those people who come to the site enjoy it. I think they might prefer that I left it alone, because I did the very same thing when I had the bulletin board system that I started in 1982. The first BBS program I wrote myself in BASIC, but then when I started purchasing them, I would always be looking for one that was bigger and better, or just newer to me, that I thought I could do things with. I think the last one I ended up with, which I loved and used for a couple years, I think it was Mustang, and I loved that because it had enough features that I was happy just rearranging and doing things. Okay, what did I want to tell you in this video, and how long has it been going? I have no idea. My daughter is here. I have 4 children. My daughter is here from Sweden, and she's been making some great food. We never buy steak, really. She purchased steak, and we had steak last night, and it was really good. She spiced it up really good with different. When I cook, I don't care what it is. I have these different spices, and I just throw, scrambled eggs. I put them in, and I don't have any routine. I don't have any recipe. I just put the stuff in. When I make chili, I think I make really good chili, and my kids, maybe they're just saying it, but they say they like the chili. When I made hamburgers, my kids, all four of them, after I was divorced for a couple of years, lived with me. And they liked my ham, but I'd never made them. They were never the same. It was because it was whatever I had around, I threw in. And I still think I still have the problem with when my kids were living with me and they were little. I had trouble when I was cooking meals for them getting everything to come out at the same time. So it might be, okay, here's the mashed potatoes and gravy, The hamburgers are still cooking, okay. Okay, here are the hamburgers, and the peas or the corn they're still cooking. I had trouble getting it to come out at the same time. I think I'm doing a little bit better. Of course, we eat an awful lot. Well, not now that Hillary is here. So anyway, I have 4 children. My oldest, LaDonna, and is married and lives in Washington, D.C., and if you're following me, you saw the videos. And I have on YouTube here a playlist of the videos. And she made, she took some of my pictures and some of her own pictures, LaDonna did, and made those videos in just a short period of time on her, I think on her iPhone. Amazing. And I thought when I uploaded those, and I did that right as soon as she made it, I uploaded it and smiled and laughed about it. And I thought, these are fucking great. And I thought, man, the people are just going to love these. And they get about the same number, of views and hits from you people. And I thought they were really, really good. So it just kind of goes to show. Then, I'm trying to think about what order Hillary was my, I'm afraid this was a second. Yeah, Hillary was a second born. I'm really running, I have no idea. Where's the timer on this? I better bring this to a conclusion. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope my problem here with Amazon gets corrected, but if it doesn't get corrected by them, I'll not be doing any more Amazon reviews, and I'll have more time to make YouTube videos. So maybe there is a silver lining. The video that you're seeing, of course, is the Logitech C920. By the way, did you see the video I made with the cell phone? I thought it came out really, it's on YouTube. I thought it came out really good. So the images that I'm taking, the pictures, I'm very happy with, except I need to work on adjustments for lighting and that type of thing. But if the lighting is good, so it will take good pictures. I just haven't dealt with it at all. But the video that I made, I was surprised it is really good. So that's the Logitech that's being used where you're seeing me. I'm here, look. I'm using Corral Photo Studio, and I'm using their screen capture for this. Now this picture here is let me see if I can find out what it is. It's a Chrome what do you call it? Anyway, it's Reflect. R-E-F-L-E-C-T. That's what that is. So Chrome has been giving me a little bit of Firefox is the one that has really been bad, and Chrome a little bit. But Chrome is definitely a must because it has these apps, and the great apps that, of course, I'm using Windows 10, and right now their Edge, their replacement for the Internet Explorer, sucks because, and they know that. They need to come out where you can put some extensions like LastPass. There's a few things that I positively have to have. This is Speed Dial. I really recommend it. I put sites that I need to come to or want to come to, I put them here. And what I've been doing is when somebody contacts me and says they are going to send me something to review, I put the link here because so I can find when the item comes in, so I can find who I am supposed to do the review for. So these are items. Now some of these I probably won't get. Well, some of them I've received, you know. But some of them they said they'd send them, and you know they haven't sent them. But so this is Speed Dial, but it's also FDD Tab. If you do that, and it works on internet. It works on Firefox, Chrome. What else? I guess, anyway, it works on a bunch of them. And so when I go, if I boot into Linux, maybe I'm using Chrome, and all my stuff is here. If I boot into Windows 10, all my same stuff is here. If I make a change to it on whatever, correct it, take it out, add something, it's all synchronized between. So this is really, really nice. Something maybe you should check into.
Check this out. And you know what? If you've got family members who are on medication, this is what you should do. Pillpack.com/twit. Especially if you're elders, your parents. It's always...
So, I guess that's it. I better bring this to a conclusion. Let me check and see. Walking Dead from Twitter, MSN. Okay. So now I just need to shut down Corel. I paid for Corel Photoshop, and the Corel screen capture is part of that. And I also paid, which I hardly ever use, for Corel Photoshop, I guess it is. Both, you know, those are nice, all nice programs. Thank you very much for watching.